So what's a grape expert talking about today? Well, one of my favorite areas is the Loire Valley. Been there many times. I've sold many cases, promoted many producers in the area, but one of my favorite areas is Muscadet. And we have a bottle here of Muscadet that I want to at least highlight today. This is from a famous family. Actually, it's from the Guedet family. They produce quite a number of Muscadets, but I'm going to explain a little bit about where Muscadet is of all. So we're going to show you on the map. And Muscadet is all the way up here. So you have, of course, the Loire River, which cuts across. But see, you can see clearly here Muscadet. But a lot of people are very confused sometimes about Muscadet because they might think, well, what is that? Is that the name of the grape? Well, no, that's not the name of the grape. That's the area of the region. It's called Muscadet. But the grape is called Melon de Bourgogne, not to be confused with Bourgogne from Burgundy, because at this time now we're talking about a completely different grape from Chardonnay, but a cousin, very quite close to Muscadet, or close to Melon, what we call Melon de Bourgogne, that is produced in this area. But we're talking close to the 1700s. They were having some thoughts about planting grapes in that area. Louis XIV, who at that time was the king of France, and he had deemed that by decree, we're going to plant this grape Melon de Bourgogne because it was also a resistant to frost. Because of course that area is quite close to the ocean here. You're very close to the proximity to Paris. So think about this ocean coming here and the frost damage that would be suffered by planting even Chardonnay in this area or any of the other grapes. So they felt that this grape, this Melon de Bourgogne, was the grape that would be planted in the 1700s. But this area actually didn't become an appellation or an AOC until 1936. But there is a process to Muscadet, because there's what's called Muscadet, and then there's called Muscadet de Sèvres, and then there's Muscadet de Sèvres de Surly. And the Surly process is quite interesting. I had a chance to visit many properties in this area. So when you actually go to the properties, the tanks and everything that have the juice are actually underground. So what happens is the producer has these tanks, and what they do is they let the lees, or the skin contact, come in contact with the grape, and then what happens is the lees settle down into the must. And then what they do is they stir the leaves. So they take these big sticks and they're trying to stir the leaves. And what happens is they come back up to the top and then they come resting down. And what that does is it gives the wine a really creamy kind of quality to the wine that you'll never ever experience in anywhere in the world. But what the beautiful thing about this wine is, these wines are never expensive. You're talking about $15, $14.99. Now, in the scheme of things, Muscadet gets a bad rap because a lot of people do not think it's same quality as like Chardonnay or Sauvignon Blanc. But at one time, when I first entered in the wine business, and we're talking the early 80s, everybody was buying Muscadet. Nobody was buying, Sauvignon Blancs and Chardonnay. And the reason why, these wines were like $4.99, $5.99, and people would buy cases of this wine to drink at home. And then all of a sudden, of course, you had a lot of different factors that came in, in the 80s and the 90s and the 2000s, people drinking all these other wines. Of course, the prices would go up. Muscadet has always remained at a lower price, and it does get another bad rap. There's been some key leading wine writers in the last 20 or 30 years, I won't name them, that always said that these wines don't age. Well, I'll tell you, I was at a property having dinner one night, and a producer came out with a Muscadet that was 20 years old, and I'm here to tell you that the wine was still living and breathing. The closest thing that I would say to these wines in France are Chablis. And you get that beautiful mineral expression because you get a lot of that oyster shell, because now think about it, we're right near the ocean right here, so you get these ocean maritime breezes coming across. You're getting a lot of salinity. You're getting a lot of that mineral tone based on the fact that they're quite close in proximity to not only the river here, but also the Atlantic Ocean. So again, we're always trying to identify here at the Grape Explorer what I would say is great value And this is a wine, this is a winner. So this is called Muscadet Surly, 2019, by the way, from the Guedet family, which is one of the leading producers in all of Muscadet. Again, this is the Grape Explorer, always looking for great value French wine.